You ever wondered how that kooky family from Mockingbird Lane first got together? No, I wasn't either, but I'm kind of glad I know. Hi, everyone. It's me. But will you is the question. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. And we're here to talk about a movie. Movies and TV, this is what we do here. This is kind of the week of Netflix, because we have another Netflix movie tomorrow. But, that being said, hi. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we're talking about a movie, movies and TV, so we do here. And that movie is The Munsters. The Munsters is written and directed by Rob Zombie. Yes, that Rob Zombie. And it's rated PG. So this is kind of Rob Zombie's Spy Kids / The House with a Clock in its walls. Where you have a gore-happy horror filmmaker who's really good at making like gory, crazy movies, and he makes a kids film. So kind of. The Munsters is also based on the relatively short-lived but also relatively beloved horror-tinged sitcom from the 1960s. So what is the film about? Well, it's essentially a prequel, or a Viva Rock Vegas, if you will, to the original show. We begin the story, we meet a young Lily Munster, played by, who else? Sherry Moon Zombie. She is, a normal girl with a normal life. She just happens to be a vampire. Her father, the Count, who would go on to be known as Grandpa, played by Daniel Roebuck, wants to get her a husband. But it's all his choices fall flat and are total duds. Until one day, watching a local public access music show, talk show, Lily's eye catches the eye of the newly reanimated Frankenstein-esque Herman Munster, played by Jeff Daniel Phillips, and she's instantly smitten. And she goes to meet him, but, the Count doesn't like this Herman Munster and wants to get rid of him, kind of, and then vignettes. There's no plot after that. It's basically all the various misadventures they get into that will ultimately lead them to their address on 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Let the kooky shenanigans begin. So, The Munsters is a weird beast, because when I heard it announced, I was like, Universal's making a Munsters movie, directed by Rob Zombie. So it's going to be hard R Munsters, alright. And it's like, it's rated PG. Well, okay. That's still kind of neat. I mean, I liked House of the Clock in its walls. It was a nice, weird change for Eli Roth. I liked Spy Kids. Let's go. At least the first three. Let's go. Let's make it happen. And then the trailer came out, and it looked really shitty. But part of me, the internet kind of lit up and went viral over kind of how crappy it looked. But even then, a small part of me was like, but the Munsters was kind of cheap and kitschy too, so maybe this will work. And you know what? It kind of did for me. I kind of dug the Munsters. Now, is it perfect? Hell no. Would you even call it, under most circumstances, a good movie? Probably not. But then again, would you under most circumstances call the Munsters TV show a good show? Not really. It's a campy show. And Rob Zombie loved it. And you can tell, not since Dark Shadows have I seen a filmmaker seemingly so gleeful about playing in the campy playground of a show they grew up with. You can tell that Rob Zombie has an amazing affection for the Munsters. From all the way down to the only major modern element is that it's in color and not black and white. Everything else about it is pretty much locked into that 60s mentality. The lame one-liners, the sound effects, the puns, the styrofoam looking gravestones, everything looks like an episode, like a big episode of the Munsters. And it kind of worked for me, because I think it was the benefit of low expectations, kind of like with Don't Worry Darling, but I really liked this film a lot. Now what are the problems that drag it down? Because my score is not actually going to be the highest for this movie. And the reason for that is a couple of things. First off, I also want to bring all three of the lead actors are good for the roles they're playing. But I especially want to single out Jeff Daniel Phillips as Herman Munster. He is a hoot in this movie. I really dug him a lot. He's a regular of Zombie's films, and I thought that you could tell that he really was having a ball, especially when they start bringing in some of the Easter eggs about how normal humans look to the Munsters. It was very funny. Now, I have to say, though, two things. This movie suffers greatly from not really having a narrative. Like I said, once Lily and Herman meet, it's just kind of, takes also a little too long to get going. It takes about a good 40 minutes for that to happen almost. For them to really get together. And it takes about half the movie for them to finally tie the knot. It's just kind of vignettes. Like, they go to Hollywood for a little bit, and that's where they find Mockingbird Lane, and there's kind of a subplot where Herman becomes, like, a rocker who kind of sings Rob Zombie-type songs. But they're just kind of vignettes. It kind of reminded me a bit of, and this movie's a little better than this, but like the Beverly Hillbillies movie, where it's just kind of like, you're just kind of watching a bunch of episodes of the Beverly Hillbillies stitched together with no real through line. So that's a problem. And that problem serves the other problem with the movie, which is that it's just too damn long for what it is. This is an instance of an 80-minute plot in an hour and 50-minute bag. This movie did not need to be all of 2 hours. It was interminable at the length it was. It just was. It was too long. This is an 85-minute movie at best that is also direct-to-video, so most of these Universal direct-to-video Netflix films are 85 minutes. Like the Woody Woodpecker movie, other movies made by these people. It does not need to be that long. However, this movie does have some fun moments. Along with it, I had some fun cameos. It was nice seeing Elvira, not as Elvira, but as a realtor. It was kind of, as someone who did watch the Munsters on Nick at Night back in the day, it was nice hearing the voice of the original Eddie Munster doing the voice of like a Tin Man character. And it was just, the aesthetic was fun. I had a good time with the Munsters. And I totally understand if people hate this movie, but I couldn't, because it just kind of won me over with the obvious affection Rob Zombie had. Not enough to go all the way, not enough to go 2 blocks, but I would give this a matinee, or better yet, just give it a Netflix watch. I'm going to give this movie 3.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I think most people did, and I think it's because I've seen the TV show. I knew what he was going for, and he pulled it off. So, there you go. Problems aside, on balance, I liked it, as Roger Ebert said about Look Who's Talking, and that's what I say about this, 3.5 stars. Alright. But that being said, Trailer Trash Not Watch on Netflix. Was there shawarma? Yes, there were some great animated credits, and then the entirety of the credits is done in the style of the TV show, over Mockingbird Lane. It's kind of a fun little thing. It's not very long, the credits are kind of cute. And they also recreate the opening credits of the TV show. Alright, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow, first thing, and this is going to be... It's going to be a hard one to review tomorrow, no matter what I think of it. Blonde, the highly controversial Blonde. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. Probably later in the day, because the movie is 3 hours long, and, I'm not a morning person very often. But yeah, we're going to talk about Blonde. Thursday, we are going to talk about... Smile. Friday, we're going to have back-to-back reviews of The Good House and Bros. Saturday, we'll have a review of Vikram Veda. Sunday, we'll have a review of Hocus Pocus 2. Monday was going to be The Greatest Beer Run Ever. We might either move it or, again, put it with Jazzman's Blues. I know, I'm sorry. Because we have another movie, another movie, and it's another Indian cinema movie, which I don't have in front of me, and the name is kind of long, but it's part 1. It's like Poly something, part 1. We'll figure it out by tomorrow. But yeah, and that's going to be probably Monday. So, and again, it's 3 hours long. So, yeah, that'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love all classes missed. I love you 1,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, that that's supposed to do. Or so I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, check me out on Letterboxd.com at Raising My Popcorn with Grant. Facebook, Raising Popcorn with Grant. Check out my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. If you want to know what I'm watching on television, look me up on Serialized. I am all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles, it really helps out. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, it's incredibly important. I want to know down below, what did you think of the Munsters? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Big mouth, extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Oh, and one more thing. Wolverine's in Deadpool 3, bitches! Woo! Alright. with Hugh Jackman. That's awesome. Take care. Bye. See you.